Let me know if you see anything. Anything? Well, it says I've been going for 42 seconds and there's no frames dropping. So I'm going to start talking. It should have had time to gel. So what I'll say is, hello there, everybody. As you can see, I'm outside of Blackfriars Station. And why am I here? Because most people will be directed to come here if they want to go to the Free Speech Festival tomorrow, Tommy Robinson's Free Speech Festival, okay? And so when you come out of Blackfriars onto the main thoroughfare here, the first thing that you want to do is to turn left and then go over the bridge, over the Thames, okay? So I'll just start walking and take you through it. So you come out of Blackfriars, you're now heading down towards the, oh, I know what that is. Yeah. Fuck. Right, let me see if I can do this. Bear with me. I fucked it up completely in this rush. No, I know. Stop. Right. Right. Just letting the stream get hold because we're using a different system. So hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Taylor in London, again, outside of Blackfriars Station. And the reason I'm here is because most people going to Tommy Robinson's Free Speech Festival tomorrow will be coming out at Blackfriars Station because it is the best way of getting to the march itself, the start of the march. If you don't start here, you could end up fouling everything up. So the best thing to do is to come to this end, Blackfriars Station. Now, this is the northern exit, north of the River Thames. So what I'm going to do is just turn this round. When you come out of Blackfriars, what you want to do is turn left and aim for those two big buildings over the bridge. So you want to start going over the bridge. And this is the important bit, because you want to be travelling in the right direction, don't you? Right. So crossing the road carefully. And when you come, bring a big smile tomorrow. Bring a huge smile and lots of determination, but good humour too. And make sure that you've got your badges on, wave your flags and all the rest of it. Coming out of the station, getting ready. So this is the direction of travel up here. Now, I said we came out at the northern entrance because there are two entrances or exits to Blackfriars Station. One of them is to the south of the river, further down. And that is the platform and the walkway there, yeah, that takes you, so you could go undercover all the way along there and come out at the southern entrance. And we'll go past the southern entrance in a minute. So we're coming over the bridge, so everything is hunky-dory. The weather's great here, by the way. There was a bit of a thunderstorm, well, not a thunderstorm, it was a bit of an occlusion, a real storm of weather went through just as I got out my car to walk to where I was staying. And it was an absolute, yeah. So let's just keep going. Oh, and I've heard of, is it true that that the Charlie Kirk's killer's been caught? I gather, I was listening on the radio on the way to London, and someone said Donald Trump had said that he thought that the culprit had been arrested. but I don't know how true that is. So, yeah. Oh, it's all over the place. I've just been told the culprit has been arrested. So yeah, that's me not being sort of with my finger not on the pulse because I was in a car and then in a walk where I got soaking wet when I got to my accommodation for tonight to stay for tomorrow morning. Oh, Tyler Robinson. Well, there you go. So that appears to be the alleged culprit. Now, if that is the case, I'm hoping Donald Trump does what he did before with that the alleged killer of that young girl on the metro or the tube in America, where he made sure that federal charges were brought so that the ultimate punishment could be meted out. So yeah. Anyway, I'm still walking. You see, it's quite a lengthy walk. I'm not going very fast. I'm just sort of doing what the pace of that normal people would do. And as I said, we're now in the middle of the river and you can see that walkway covered. If it was raining, that would be the best way to go, along there towards the southern exit. And what we're aiming for are those traffic lights down the bottom. See if I can just zoom in slightly if I got it right. So that's where we're aiming for there. Okay. Now I've heard you might need to switch up the volume a little bit. Sorry about that. I preset the volume to what they call industry standards, but sometimes that means it's quiet because they expect me to be in a studio and everyone to be listening in a cinema. So I'll have to look at that, see if I can beef the noise up a bit. I've got the microphone on noise abatement. There's no music around. I think I'll just switch that to normal at the moment. Yeah, I've now switched the mic to normal. That might help a bit. You get a bit more of the background noise, but it might help me a bit as well to tell you what's going on. Anyway, we're still moving forward. Stop and yeah, wrong lens. That one, the standard lens. So it's still moving forward. Yeah, the buildings are quite large and tall, aren't they? There you go. So if you're going between these two, then you know you're going in the right direction. Okay, so that's a good sign. Now I'm only walking you through this because some people always get a bit, they don't come to London, and it's all a bit sort of confusing and trying to get off places and look at exits and then do you turn left or right. Now, I talked about the southern entrance to Blackfriars. It's actually down through that little entrance there, Opus Bankside Yards. And if you come out at the southern entrance, turn left, then come out through that there, and then go up those steps, okay? So you go up those steps, and you'll come out and join all the people that come out at the northern entrance, so you're all in the same place by Opus Bankside Yards there, okay? So I hope that helps to explain that. And you just keep walking. Now what I'm going to do is cross the road because you need to be on the other side of the road, okay? And there is a zebra crossing, or whatever. It's not a zebra crossing these days, is it? It's not even a pelican crossing. I'm so out of date. It's some other type of crossing. Green Code Man. No, Green Code Man has gone. What else is left? Anyway, I have to keep looking out because I'm always worried that there'll be some git on a bike with his hand outstretched to try and relieve me of my device. Anyway, so you cross the road because that's the best thing to do, and now it's a bit safer. You could wait till you get to the traffic lights, but I thought no, go a bit early. And so if you're walking along and you see all this to your left tomorrow, then you're in the right place. Yep. Still moving forward. You see how busy it is. Oh, and by the way, if you had any worries about the tubes, don't. They've just about got back to their normal operating, and I actually decided to drive right into the middle of London, but I didn't have to. I could have done my usual and park on the outskirts and come in on the tube, but I was just a bit worried, so I pre-booked a garage space inside it, right in the centre of London, but I didn't need it. Wasted money. But there you go. Anyway, we're coming up to the traffic lights and the crossroads, and this is where you do a right, because this, and you can see, you might be able to read it just up there, says Stamford Street on the side of that building, okay? And the important thing is the Mad Hatter Hotel. You turn right at the Mad Hatter Hotel. If you're turning right at the Mad Hatter Hotel, you now cannot go wrong, apart from tripping over pigeons, but that's another thing. So now you just keep walking. And I think it was something like just over a kilometre, I think, when I measured it on the map. You'll have to look at the length of the live stream, and I normally walk a bit faster than most people, but I'm trying to cut it back to about the normal 3 miles an hour, so which is usual. If you walk a bit slower, please leave a little bit more time. Now, the destination is actually right at the end of this street, Stamford Street. I think it's called the A3200. And if you're on this street, you're in the right direction. And depending on how late you come, depends on how soon you meet the crowd at the other end. Because the idea is that at the end, when we get to the end of Stamford Street, that's where the stewards will be. That's where they will line you up behind them so that they can lead. What they don't want is a whole rogue load of people out up the front, and the police get annoyed with that because they have to stop the traffic early and all this sort of thing, and that's when they stop everybody and wait until they've all caught up, which is what they did a couple of protests ago, when they stopped everyone, and you know, we were all queuing up, weren't we, waiting and waiting and waiting, and I managed to nip up into a bar opposite, get a drink and take a couple of 10 seconds or so of the video of all the people queuing up and the whole line of people going back, which was absolutely superb. Right, now we're going past, we're coming up to Hatfield Street, or Hatfields, just Hatfields, and that's it. I'll just let these people go past. Don't want to knock into anyone. And then the Fountain Inn. If you see the Fountain Inn, you're going in the right direction, okay? So I'm hoping this is useful to people, even though I'm just walking in the same direction. Some people do need sort of assurances that they haven't gone too far or overshot, because it is quite a long road. And as it's so long, then people do sort of think, oh, have I walked too far? Have I missed something? Was there a turn-off? There are no turn-offs on this, because you're all going to the same destination. And in front of me, just let this gentleman run past. In front of me, there's a thing called the IMAX, and that is basically the end position. So we're nearing the end now, and you can see the IMAX up there, right in the distance. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, up there. That's where we're headed. So let's just keep going. Oh, look. Good old-fashioned telephone box. Not telephone box, somewhere, a post box. Silly boy. Yeah. Yeah, someone's just said in my ear, post box, you numpty. He doesn't know. Do you know something? I always wondered why there was no phones in those things. There's the London Nautical School. So if you're heading in the right direction, that'll be on your left, number 61. Stamford Street, I think it is. Yeah, Stamford Street. There you go. That's a good sign for you. And we're still walking, because as I said, it is quite a length. This is before you've even started the march, which isn't that long actually, as far as I understand it. When I've finished this, I'm hoping to catch a bit of time to go and do the Charlie Kirk vigil that's being organised by Turning Point UK, the UK part of Turning Point, by the Montgomery statue in Whitehall. But that all depends on the time. I was quite keen to do this because I've met people in these protests before. They said, oh, we didn't know exactly where to go, we were a bit unsure, you know, or we came down from Scotland or something. There's a helicopter up there already, monitoring for tomorrow. Oh, and I've heard the police presence here is quite high in London already, and they've been doing things like checking bins. Now, that may be as a result of Charlie Kirk. And the fact that they need to up security. Maybe they're now realising that the right wing are not the issue. I don't know what we know about this guy who's been arrested in America. I'm just going to get some insight. Yeah. I just want to. I want to be. Richard's on my earpiece, so he'll tell me what's going on and if anything is going on. Now, just about here, when you get this point, all these terraced houses here on your left, I would surmise that you'll be able to see the stewards and loads of people. Oh, I've also been told that there are going to be people who you can see, you know, visible people, who if you're unsure, you can ask them anyway. So, yeah. Someone's just recognised me, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Richard. 22 years old, Tyler Robinson, right, okay. Born in Utah, yeah. Right, and there's a crossroads I've just gone past. This is the last crossroads that you'll see as you go there with Frank Harris there. And the King's Sport and Wellness Centre. Quickly get in there, do a gym session while you're on the way or something. And this is the King's College London here on my right. It might be on the left as well, actually, along here. Oh, the Charlie Kirk suspect has confessed, according to the Times. That's interesting, yeah. So that would be interesting. So all right, yeah. So the governor of the area. There you go, King's College. Well, welcome to King's College London. So if you're here, by now, there'll be loads and loads and loads of people in front of you, because that's where those traffic lights are, or just before, is where the stewards will all be amassed here. This is on the other side of the road, is where Tommy did his video from, because I recognise it because there's the red banner behind me, and most importantly, if you see the telephone boxes, there's one here and there's one over there, then you are definitely in the right place, okay? According to the Telegraph now, anti-fascist slogans were inscribed on two of the unused rounds in the Mauser. I think it was a Mauser rifle that they dug out from the bushes outside the area where Charlie was shot. And one of the cartridges had on it, "Hey Fascist, Catch." So that's not a very nice thing. These lefties really do know how to, hate, don't they? They really do know how to hate. Ah, right. Bella Ciao was also, the words Bella Ciao were also found, which is a reference on a separate casing, which is a reference to World War II anti-fascist movement. Yeah, so yes, very, very, very disturbing. And he's probably proud of what he's done. That's why he's confessed. He wants everyone to know. He's not hiding it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that was useful for anybody who wants to come along today and tomorrow, sorry. And so follow the instructions. If you're in any doubt, go on to Tommy Robinson's X profile and find out the exact timings. I think it starts, I think we have to be here to start by 11, but that's my memory. Don't quote me on that one. In fact, Richard, can you check that? On his X profile. Yeah, it's the latest video. Yeah, done all that. Yeah, that's where we are, Richard. Yeah. 11. Right, okay. Yeah. Our march begins at 1. Okay. So that's what we're told. The march begins at 1, but be here earlier if you can. And although it does say there might be rain, that's just a prediction, and it could be any time during the day, and it could be light. We had a bit of just one short storm in London in the last few hours, and I got caught in it, but it didn't last that long. So don't worry too much about the weather. Just be here. That's the most important thing. Be here. Yeah. Yeah. Now, what I will be doing tomorrow is I will be doing a live stream from here. In much the same manner as I'm doing at the moment. Richard will be blurting in my ear all the information I need, which is good. And I'll be doing one, maybe, what's the time? Yeah, there's a vigil going on at Montgomery statue for Charlie Kirk, and I've got to work out a way of getting there from here. So it may not be that far, but we'll see. Anyway, all I'll say is, thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and I hope this was useful to you. I did get wet for it, so I hope it was. And on that note, I'll say it's goodbye from me, and thank you for watching.